going against them in the second?
We have Cleveland going against them. That's what it would have to be.
We're not putting Cleveland. Oh, okay. I guess.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we couldn't.
I really would rather them go against Orlando or the Celtics, to be honest, because I feel like Cleveland.
This is called hypotheticals for a motherfucking reason.
Yeah, let's put them against Orlando.
So this is a team that Jordan. A lot of people thought this type of team would give Jordan a ton of fits, and that Bulls team a ton of fits, because everyone during Jordan's era was always like Hakeem, and those Rockets, those shooting Rockets, you know.
Yeah.
You got Dwight Howard at his apex, I would say.
Yes.
This is the year before is his apex.
It's the year after, but
18 and 13,
22 and 14. Yeah.
Shooting 61% on the season. Playoff numbers goes to 18 and 11, 3.5 blocks a game. Same thing, 61%.
Yep.
Savagery. Two guys making over two threes a game, and Michael Petrus and Jameer Nelson. You got JJ 20 minutes a game on this team. He could shoot. Vince, just out of his prime, getting you 15 points a game. But I remember Vince on this team was like nice.
Yeah,
like he had cool finishes.
And he had a bunch of game winners and shit too.
Yeah,
I remember.
He was a big.
He was their closer.
There were a lot of people on television that thought the Magic were going to come out of the East for that reason.
Yeah. Yep. And for that same reason, I have Magic in 6.
Wow.
No. But can we not act like the 3-point shot does not matter significantly in the series?
That's not what I would argue. My argument would be the fact that I just don't feel like this team led by Dwight Howard, who I don't think is as good as an Hakeem Olajuwon, who we believe that Rockets team would have been beat by this Bulls team, should beat this Bulls team. Like I just
I'd agree, because if Hakeem was here instead of Dwight, it would be a sweep. But because we're playing in a completely different era where they shot almost double the threes that Hakeem Rockets team. Before, the Hakeem Rockets their 3-point shooting didn't matter as much because they were only making about 5 or 6 a game. Here you got a team who's making about 10 more a game. Like that matters significantly when you're counting up all the points and you're saying, oh, they got 30 points, 40 points off of threes. Like this team could get hot as shit.
Yeah. And
I think that and I think that matters, especially since they don't have anybody in the inside to really stop Dwight. And to that capacity, I feel like Dwight Howard would be and he'll be a defensive threat for MJ he can't just drive to the basket and dunk on Dwight. Like I know Kobe did, but Kobe caught him slipping.
It has happened.
Yeah, but Kobe caught him slipping. You're not gonna like. I've seen Dwight block LeBron in the year before. LeBron went for a dunk and Dwight stopped him at the rim. And
that's the thing I wanted to mention. This is because Lindsay said the way Lindsay mentioned Dwight Howard's name. I just need this. This needs to be said because the Dwight Howard that we know today is very different than the Dwight Howard we're talking about right here. This guy was by head and shoulders the best center in basketball. And unless you ask Shaq O'Neal, the best center in basketball at this time. And then this team was just led by Stan Van Gundy, still coaching this team, right?
Yeah.
I believe so. Yes. And it was literally Dwight on the inside cleaning up the glass for, all the 3-point shots that were going up. I wish I could get offensive rebounding numbers here. Yeah. But it's Dwight on the inside. The reason why he can't get to over 20 points a game is because he has no moves on the block. Like he just does this, and it's a dumbass running hook. Shaq likes to say about the Georgetown boys all had. But your point about the threes is really interesting because that's something that I do think matters immensely.
Yeah, and I also want to add, because I know a lot of people are going to say, well, Phil Jackson figured it out with Kobe Bryant and the Lakers just the year before. The difference is Phil Jackson doesn't have the same twin towers that he had. He had Andrew Bynum and Pau Gasol to counteract Dwight Howard. He doesn't really have that.
Yeah,
Huh?
They had a bad matchup in terms of size. I agree.
Yeah,
that's a really good point, man.
That's why I'm not gonna lie, just because y'all pissed me off. I was like, let's do the Magic, just because I had a lot of points against the Magic, but I figured it would be better for him to go through Cleveland and then Boston, because it'll probably be better for him to lose in the next round, not this round. But whatever.
I am not. This is the
3-point shooter is going to be a problem. And he had, my bad. And Jameer Nelson is actually going to be an issue in that series. Jordan didn't play that great against like super small, fast guards. And Jameer Nelson is going to be spreading the shit out of the floor. Like, he was nice. Like, people don't even know who Jameer Nelson is. Look back at the 2009 NBA playoffs, and that dude was like, he was fire. And I hated him because I remember having to root against that nigga. Like, that shit got me tight.
JJ Redick also runs people off the floor with the way that he plays off the ball.
But this isn't that JJ Redick. He's not at that point yet. He's getting moved on in Orlando.
And he's just like a spot up. Yeah. But Michael Pietrus is a solid defender. Like, I know, like, I still think Jordan could wall on him just like Kobe did the year before. But he's gonna make you work. Like, it's not like you just get easy. You're gonna have easy points. Kobe still shot
the Nelson point is for sure a good one. Like, and Dwight, right? He's super athletic. He's only 24. He can go up and contest most shots at the rim, right? He's a killer rebounder. He is Horace Grant size, which does help.
The athleticism,
No, I agree. But Horace Grant did do well with guys like this, because he did it for the Magic also after he left the Bulls.
Yeah.
I think I could see. Yeah, because also the Bulls weren't guarding the three well either. Like, if you go to 90-91, right? And we look at the threes, it's a different world. But they're near the bottom ranked shooting the three, and they're near the bottom ranked against it, right? 20th and under, not out of the top, or out of the top 15. So, yeah, I think I'm going to take the Magic in 7, but I think Jordan's going to get 35, like 35, 5, and 5, something like that. But I just don't, again, when you talk about the 3-point shooting, who the fuck else is stepping up here?
Yeah, because this is one of those teams that the Magic is the only team of this year, really, that you can use that 3-point shooting argument and it makes sense. Like, because they're shooting more threes, but not significantly. But the Magic,
it's like
they're built around it. That's what they're literally they're like the advanced version of the. And I think I mentioned it in the '94 series where I said if we had that Rockets team shooting the volume of threes that Magic's team did, it would be completely different. But
I it's really interesting because like. That is the one thing with these hypotheticals when we've done them previously, where it's like, how do they combat that, or how, like, the older players specifically, like the older teams, like they haven't seen nothing like that Magic team, nothing. The closest would be the Rockets, like you said, and it's just still Akeem making all the tough shots, not the shooters.
Yeah.
So that's,
and not to mention, like, we only mentioned Jameer Nelson. Like, Hito Turkle. I don't know if he's still in that Magic team. Hito,
there's multiple guys taking and making threes on this team. 3 guys above 2 a game with Rashard Lewis, like, who was nasty, huge, taller than Scottie Pippen, could shoot over him.
Wait, right? Is he the guy who was in that big 3 that we saw? Okay. Yeah, he's big.
Oh, Rashard Lewis is dead nice too. Like, I remember
we saw him live at the Big 3. That was
he was taking he had like some enhancement drugs too that he was using.
Although I will say this. I hate seeing the memes or the internet pictures on social media where they have Rashard Lewis and Ray Allen like this, and it's like, y'all forgot about this 2 devastating dynamic duo. And I'm like, I know why. Because you guys didn't do fucking anything. Shut up.
Yeah.
You just shot threes a little bit more than the other people.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Like on the Sonics. You saying?
Yeah.
Like you forgot that they were a bottom tier team or whatever. Like they never made the playoffs. Like
Lindsay, what were you going to put the Bulls at? Because you don't think the Bulls lose this series. So what do you think?
Well, no, your arguments make sense about the 3-point shooting. I just thought it was going to...
You made a great case, I must say.
Yeah.
I didn't
think it was going to be like a crazy win. I thought it was going to go to a bunch of games. I didn't see the 3-point shooting being that big of a difference at this point yet, but I guess it is for this team.
It was strictly off hatred of what you guys did to me the last series. So
I accept it. You turned it into good content. I'm happy about it.
Thank you. I try sometimes.
I'll take Magic in 7.
I definitely got him in 6. Yeah. Well, at least it's good. Jordan doesn't lose in the finals, so it keeps him at his GOAT status. Let's keep on.